Hey guys, Zelda here, and welcome back to 999. Last episode, what did we do? I forgot. It's the next day. So, last episode, we discovered some doors. We discovered door 1, door 2, then door 6. And we discovered, and we discovered that Snake is dead. He blew up in the shower room in door 3. So that was mostly all of the things. And we got like a nice little, like a fun little thing with June about her getting wet down there. But she was talking about water and not about sex. But Junpei thought she was talking about sex, but okay, you know. Anyway, so right now we are about to choose which door we want to go through. So I'm at this point, my first playthrough, I kind of base on the first time I played the game when I was 15, when I chose door number 4 because I was worried about June because she had a fever, and then I chose door number 7 because I was worried about Clover because of her brother that he was missing, and right now she discovered that her brother is dead, so logically I probably would have chosen door 1 because Clover goes through door 1. She wants to go through that one, so I'm gonna choose door 1.
My choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that?
don't
I
know.
wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Oh, Sly! Sly! He's very sneaky! Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched the papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and 7.
And I
I
put the
have
one
6,
with door
sorry.
6 on it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it so he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out.
Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself.
Yes. 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 20.
Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, 24. 2 plus 4 is 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
Oh my god, 7, shut up.
Right, June?
Well,
June was at a loss for words. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine. Again, I will say it again, I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I read things that are not there, or I add words where they're not words, or I switch words, or switch letters in words. It's really weird, but if I ever, stumble over my own words, you know why, and please be patient, because I want to do these kinds of games because I love to read. I used to hate reading, but I love to read, and I want to read more out loud so I can get better at it. So I hope that's okay.
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
Yep. I mean, she is not wrong. Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and Jun would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so much. Ugh.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what Seven said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the Nonary game works.
Seven's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better. I thought it said something else.
I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Lingering uneasy remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. See what I mean? Sometimes I just say things and I'm mumbling and I don't get the words out properly. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed towards the A deck.
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
I will always want to say deck A, but it's A deck. A deck. A deck. Oh, sorry. That's New Zealand for a deck.
That should be it, yes.
Or I believe it's a porch as well. Is a porch and a deck the same? I don't know. Let me know if you know the answer to that.
And here we go.
It opened, and I walked through.
It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 9 up on it.
A numbered door.
To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red.
There's the red. I'll go first.
Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the two of you, if you would.
Junpei was next. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned towards the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever.
Now.
He took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah,
Yes.
anytime.
Yes, please. Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well, then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it!
Oh shit, sorry. They all moved into the room.
Where is it?
I'm pretty sure it said that. Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died.
There it is! Over there!
Next to the door they had come through was the dead. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it. Imagine if that didn't do anything and it just kept going and it was like, psych! Now this one doesn't do it. Now you're gonna explode. Oof, that would be something.
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I agree.
Now then.
Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly.
There's another door. Let's try opening it.
He took hold of the knob and easily, gently pulled it open.
So, this is the wheelhouse?
He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare, then spoke.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Okay, I will.
Oh, poor girl.
All right then, let's get started.
Let's go. Oh, no, I shouldn't say it yet. Almost there. Seek a way out. It's so perfect. It has the perfect amount of notes to, like, have the words on. Okay, well, a light. It looks kind of like a wilted flower. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. Ooh, it's a map. Stack of nautical charts. I think this is a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship is supposed to take. There are doors. Oh wait, no, her voice is higher. There. Wait, what was it again? There, no, there. I'm lost, guys. I lost Clover's voice. There are these dots all over the map. Those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. Okay. No. Wait, are you telling me that there's like freaking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drawers and only one opens? No. That's stupid. Wow. That's the most inefficient drawer usage ever. Okay, that's the door we came from. The shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? New material has been added to the file screen. Okay. File. Ship's log. A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written in the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then peered north. Oh, this is a code. I'm just gonna write down the directions real quick. So, leaving port, we headed south and then west. And then we turned southwest, west, around the continent, then proceeded northwest. West. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time. So east. And are now heading due north. North. Soon we will dock at the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay, so I've got south, west, southwest, northwest, east, north. I hope that's good. It sounds very much like a code. It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The right drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. So, obvious. Pocket watch. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much. And she just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. I mean, her brother just died. She just figured out that her brother is dead. Come on. A voice she hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Sure. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Well, not a problem, but...
Well, not a problem, but...
That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us.
Then you should have asked sooner.
I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back, quick. He has to leave.
Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
Oh, I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. It's not like that. I just want to talk to her. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She'd heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that about?
She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence.
Oh, no, it's not like that.
Are you sure,
What's it
Junpei?
like then?
What is it like?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
You know, the story you talked about in the operating room?
About the experiment, remember?
Yeah,
the
the
one you started
experiment.
to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
That is also an audiobook service, Audible.
Not in the mood, okay?
I don't know why that jumped out at me for some reason. I don't even use Audible.
You understand, right?
Of course.
I keep thinking about my brother.
Of course, girl. We get it.
I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise.
Okay, so. Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked up at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. That did not sound like that, I'm just saying. It's more like, Junpei, who do you think did it? That's more like that. But, you know. Junpei gulped.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms in thought. Snake's bracelet number was 2. Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? Which 2 bracelet blah blah blah. Yep, that's the same thing. I know which one it is. It's Santa and 7. But I'm just gonna say this goes back to, like, I believe the first or second episode of this game that I did, when I pointed out to you guys that everybody assumes that they have to place their palm on the scanner panel. But technically, is that true? Because Zero has said that it registers your bracelet, not your palm. So technically, if you had a bracelet not on a person, you could use that bracelet. Because it would technically shut down, so it would let go of your wrist. And anybody could use it. So I'm just putting it out there, just for you to figure it out. Which person, besides Snake, because Snake is the one that's dead, so it has to be before that. Which person died before Snake did? And why don't you think about that one? I know exactly which one it is, but, you know, I'm just giving you some food for thought, some puzzle elements, I guess. Maybe some answers. It will be Santa and 7.
Would it be Santa and 7?
You know, I could see Santa killing a snake, I really could, but 7? Not really. 2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3.
The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point hiding it.
Well, I thought about it, and...
He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
She looked less surprised than he'd expect.
Santa and 7.
He'd expected, sorry.
If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
I'm gonna put it out there right now. The number 9 bracelet. Number 9. Number 9 plus number 2 is what? 11? Wait, no. Number 9 plus 2. Yep, is 11. Which other number would you need to get to 12? And then 1 plus 2 is 3. I'm really spelling it out here, guys. You should know at this point who the person is. But what's the reason, You don't know. I do. But you don't. But we'll get the answer. He didn't have an answer. He will have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people?
No, I actually think it's one person.
I really don't think that's likely.
One person with 2 bracelets that add to Snake's number.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Yeah, here.
Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. He opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. Oh my god, I'm not reading all of these. You can see them on the screen.
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people.
Excuse me. Bless me.
These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yes.
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
I wouldn't do anything to your brother. I think he's kind of cool.
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
Yep. 3, 7, 8. Lotus as well. Yep.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. That means there's 4 people.
Do you know what this means?
That everybody is the killer,
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
which is very unlikely.
Do you think that's likely?
Or it's 1 plus 3, 2 plus 9. The same.
If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious.
True, they would just get rid of you.
I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and 7 are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look in her eyes to know it was a forced calm. There were tears foaming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and Seven.
that's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
There was a moment of
Their
silence.
motive.
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. Oh, you're nowhere close, dude. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. The perp returns. Oh, wait. What a convenient way to a person to show up at this moment. He raised an eyebrow. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then spoke.
Have I interrupted something?
Ace, you know you interrupted something. You literally suggested that me and Clover were gonna get it on. So what if we were about to have sex right now, and you would you would walk in right in the middle of it? Like, what then? Like, are you some kind of sick voyeur or something, or do you just get off on that, or what is it?
What is it?
Exactly, what is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
He turned on his heel and walked back towards the wheelhouse.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
What did you want to talk about?
Ace looked at Junpei and smiled, perhaps more of a smirk than a smile.
There was something I wanted to check.
Check, huh?
Yeah? What's that?
If you'll excuse me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hands into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
Oh, is that what you're doing, Ace? Okay, I didn't know that was something you were interested in, but okay.
No, stop!
No judgment. He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late.
And
the older man's hand were the pieces of paper that Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket? You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care.
What is with this line here? Like, I get this part because that's a nose, but does he have like a weird crooked nose or something? Sorry, I'm looking at the artwork and I'm like, that's weird. Or maybe that's like a little crow's feet or something? I don't know.
I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
then why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
A smile gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder and then turned on his heel and left. Dude. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
So we're being forced this way, I guess? An engine order telegraph. They used this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like a gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately removed. Okay, so we need the handle. A compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that's not cool. Aw. Don't make him feel bad. Well, I would know what I know, so make him feel bad. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside them. Yeah. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. A helm. Or the helm, sorry. Well, steering wheel might be the more appropriate term. Okay, so... This is where the thing needs to go, right? Looks like this is some sort of lock. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Huh? This shape. Maybe... It does look like the pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. What do you think about it? A mechanical pocket watch with a spring. It doesn't appear to be working. The hands have stopped at 5 minutes, 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turning the knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. It looks as though it could move. You could move the hands, however. Okay, sure. But we don't know what to, though. What is this? Some kind of display? It looks like a little like an electronic scoreboard. I imagine it was added recently. Arrival board like at an airport. There's nothing on it right now, though. Not much, is there? I feel like... Well, let's look here. A map. It's got the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. Hey, Jinbei. What do you think these red things are? Yeah, they look like pins. What do you think they're for? Who knows? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, be serious. I am. I am. Red pins on a map of the world. I wonder what they mean. Hey, Jinbei? You sure you don't have anything like hints or clues or something? Yeah. Let me see if they match up. What about this? The world map of the Atlantic Ocean and center. There are remembered red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? It looks like this one wants a match to the pins. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by straight lines. And each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. New material added to the file screen. Alright, let's look at the file then. I'm just gonna put off. Okay, so I guess we're coming from here. Okay, I'm gonna write this down as well, because sometimes in puzzles you can't go to these kind of screens. So we go from full to half, slow, full, half, to dead, and then stop. Okay. Oh yeah, look. It's the south, like the directions we got. The south, the west, the southwest, then the northwest, then we went east, and then we went north. So that corresponds with that as well. Okay, so we got something. But we still don't have the handle for that transmitter thing or whatever it was. Are you sure that there's nothing in the broken compass? Doesn't look like very useful. This thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. That would be the point of... What would be the point of moving it? The ship is stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know, still. What's this room right here? There's another room there. Can you see it? Like right there. So... Helmet won't move. There's another room on the other side of the window. Okay. This doesn't seem to be much here. I mean, we have the pocket watch. We need the handle for this. This room is just like the other one. Metal plates bolted over the windows. Heck, not just bolted. It looks like they've been welded on. No way in hell are we going to get those off anytime soon. Ah, a human hammer. They are often used to subdue large men like Seven. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. That was rather cruel. Okay, well... It's a wooden board with a circular hole in it. Okay, yeah, sure, but... Oh, I can do something with this? A steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship, it's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Ah, let's see this. These are the things that we have. So we went... south first. Right? Or doesn't not do anything. So steering wheel. We move it in direction changes. I swear I saw something that had directions on it. Maybe I've entered a direction in that order. Okay, let me just do south. South. Then west. Then southwest. Then northwest. Northwest and east. And north. Did that do something? Oh, yes. That did something. What the? Yay, I got the handle. Ha! Stooping so low, are you, Zero? Stooping so low, are you, Zero? It's a handle. The handle that came off on the steering wheel. The handle. A handle, sorry. So, we should add this, so... hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits! Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order and order telegraph. Let's give it a shot. And this is the full, half-full thing, right? So, we are going to full, then half, then slow, then full, then half, then dead slow, and stop. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put in the right speed. Hey, I did! Did I mess up? No, I don't think so. Look, something's happened on the back wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's go check it out. Anything happened? Ah! There's something on the wall that kind of looks like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? They're names of the ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight, XX at XX00. XX, not XX. XX, like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. It looks like only one of those had a time on it, though. Little time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time. Perhaps that's the time that we need to put in the pocket watch. A digital scoreboard or something like that. Or on the left side, it's got names of the ports the ship will stop at along its route. The last line says 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. That must be the estimated time of arrival of the final port. Oh, perhaps? Whoa, what is he doing? Not again, Ace. Jeez. Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. Hey! What the hell are you doing? Just trust me. It should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Okay, so this needs to go. It looks like this is the only exit. It looks like this is some sort of clock. A lock. Sorry, not clock. We have a clock, but this is a lock. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Actually, it's just shaped just like the pocket watch I got. Let's try putting this in here. Yes. It says open now. Good work. Good work. What do you think? Do you think it said good work or good work? What do you think? It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey. Oh, hey, Clover. I didn't know what he was doing.
What?
Look, we've unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room.
Oh. Well, let's go then.
I don't think she was that chipper.
Oh, well, let's go then.
Clover. I have to keep in mind that she's very sad. You found it. Boom.
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one.
They found themselves in a small space outside the wheelhouse. On their left was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go.
Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh?
Well, that's a little Morse code thingy.
Wait, this one is...
This is a thing. One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Yes. A telegraph key.
Ah.
These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago.
A telegraph key. That's how, like, a murderer was caught once. Like, I watched the YouTube channel Casual Criminalist, and apparently a doctor who killed his wife was on a cruise ship, and they used a telegraph to notify the police that he was on board before he got into Canadian waters, or United States waters, because they were still in Canadian waters, and they got him that way, which is pretty cool. Like, he actually, a murderer was caught through having a telegraph key. Pretty cool, right? He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
Communications office. Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read, Captain's Quarters.
Huh.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Ah! Hello, Daft Punk. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected.
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily and without so much as a pause. She walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw... Oh, here's my favorite song again. Was a man on the floor covered in blood. Junpei felt his body seize up. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry, and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by determination that he could not hope to match.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body like acid.
No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive.
Nah, Junpei, he's very much dead. Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. Yeah, no, like, literally his pupils are gone, so, and he has one eye that's like, you know, like, definitely dead. He's like, from his nose and from his mouth, so no way. When he touched his hand to his neck,
no pulse.
His pupils had dilated, and he wasn't breathing. I mean, those are more than just dilated pupils. He just doesn't have any pupils.
Well, he's dead. Damn. If only we knew how it happened.
If only we knew who this was. Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound on his chest.
These wounds. I wonder what killed him.
Junpei did not have to wonder long.
It must have been this.
For lying next to the corpse was an axe. I'm pretty sure that's A-X-E, not axe as A-X. A-X, sorry, A-X. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. I mean... Sorry, I keep on like having like little commentary here, but this is not bright red. This is dark red blood. It's been here for a while. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
These clothes? A captain? Does that mean this guy was Zero?
I don't think so. On his left hand was a bracelet, and the number on the bracelet was 0.
Bracelet 0.
It was only then that Junpei noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought that it was a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, like, he has blood under his fingers, and it definitely suggests that there was a struggle. And that the other person might have also been hurt in some way. Unless he crawled in his own blood. That was already this far soaked into the carpet, I guess, but... Usually if you see that, it usually means that they fought back and they hurt the other person as well. Anyway. Take a way out. Sorry, I forgot. Shame on me. I think we're gonna leave it here though. It's I've almost been recording for a little while, I think. I don't know if I can get out like as fast as I wish to be. So this is gonna be quite a shorter episode, I think. It might have been an hour right now that I've been recording, but the video might not be an entire hour, so it might be a little bit shorter. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye!